Hello, this is Janice Weaver, and in this video I'm going to show you how to customize your Data Disaggregation Tool. I've been receiving a lot of questions about why when you adjust this proficiency information right here, it doesn't change the pre-ranges or the post-ranges tabs. And that's because this thing right here is called a pivot table. And the settings on a pivot table actually don't allow you to call upon another cell in the spreadsheet. For instance, this is set at a static 0 to 59. It can't call upon a cell that I put the number 70 in right here. It can only call upon a static number that I enter. So it's not possible to get these ranges to call upon the cells in your proficiency information right here. But there's a way that you can manually change that, and I'm going to show that to you today. So go ahead and click on the Data tab. I'm going to give you a quick refresher on what this spreadsheet can do. The first thing that you want to ensure is that the gray tabs, or the gray cells underneath the purple headings are filled in. Underneath the subgroup, it has the words that are underneath this subgroup information right here. And then your subgroup key is very, very important. Your subgroup key has to match these right here. Okay? And this spreadsheet has, I think, 5 different subgroups that we're going to look at. All IEP, African American, and white. So once you ensure that you have that information in there, you want to check your proficiency information. The standard proficiency settings is 0 to 59 for not proficient, nearing proficient is 60% to 79%, and proficient is 80% and above. If this needs to be changed, you can do that by selecting these cells and adjusting it however you'd like. So say I want not proficient to be 0 to 49, I can adjust that way. And then that would make nearing proficient start at 50%. Notice the colors over here and the data over here adjusted simultaneously as I was shifting this proficiency information around. So let's just say the proficiency information that I want for my 5-step process is going to adjust a little bit from the standard. I want 0 to 49, 50, let's say I want 50 to 69, and then that would make this 70. So if I have my student information in here, the students' names, their subgroup, which corresponds to the subgroup key. If they have an IEP, I would mark a Y, and then their pre-assessment information, and then once their post-assessment information comes in, then I'd enter that there. So this is what Sheet 1 looks like, and it should work rather seamlessly. If Grace changes from a 0 on the pre-assessment to 50%, that should adjust this to be yellow. And on the post-assessment, say she gets a 90%, that should adjust to be green. And then also the all subgroup was changing simultaneously, along with the white subgroup down here changed as well. Alright, so let's look at why you're actually watching this video, which is to adjust the pre-ranges and the post-ranges tab. So say I want this information and I want it to correspond to these pre-ranges and then the post-ranges tabs. It says right here, note, you'll have to manually refresh these tables by going to Data, Refresh All. So even when I click that, it doesn't change these based on the information that I put in on the first sheet. And that, once again, is because these pivot tables can't call upon other cells in the document. But we can change this manually. What you have to do is look at this little symbol right here in between the words students and scores. This is what allows you to adjust the pivot table. So the information I want right here, the students appearing underneath this heading, I want to be 0 to 49. So what you're going to do is click on the symbol. It's called Value Filters. And then you'll see that it's checked next to the word Value Filters. I'm going to keep that checked. Once I hover over it, another drop-down menu is going to appear. and I see that less than or equal to is checked. That's because all of the students that appear in this pivot table have scores that are less than or equal to 0.59 or 59%. What I want to change this to is 0.49 or 49%. So all I have to do is change this from 0.59 to 0.49. And I click OK. And then I see that these adjusted. You'll also want to adjust this heading, and this is just a cell that you type in. So if I double click in it, I can change this to whatever I changed my proficiency information to, and then I click out of it. So what you'll have to do is continue that process for every single one of these pivot tables on the pre-ranges and on the post-ranges tab. But once you do it once, if that's the proficiency information that you have for all of your 5-step processes, then you won't have to do that again if you're using the same spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and let's do another example. I have this as 0 to 49%, which means that this one, what we changed it to was 50. So I'm going to click in this tab. I'm going to edit the headings first this time. So 50% to 69%. I'm going to click out of it. And what I need to do next is actually change what the pivot table calls upon. So in between students and scores, I see the symbol, value filters. I'm going to click on it, scroll down to value filters, and this one actually says between. And that's because this is the nearing proficient, which actually is between two values. If you click on it, you'll see the old settings, 0.6 to 0.79, but you can change that to what you have in your spreadsheet. And in this case, I have 50% to 69, so 0.5 to 0.69. Please note that you need to put your percents in as decimals. If you put 69 instead of 0.69, it won't work. Click OK. And then now I have all these students that didn't appear here before. Now I can see them. And I'll do the same thing one last time for my enriched. This needs to then be 70. And let's see if I have any students who now make it into enriched. Greater than or equal to for this one. I need to change this to 0.7. Nope, it looks like none of those students were in between there. So this is how you change your pivot tables to reflect whatever you have here in the proficiency information. Please note you'll also have to do that in the post ranges so that it matches. If you have any questions, please email me at jgreenbull@apslearns.org, or you can give me a call, 330-761-3023. Thank you very much.